To use the Auto Advance feature in Project Study, click on the Auto Advance icon near the bottom of the window. It is the icon that shows a right arrow pointing to a traffic light. If you have audio files that you have attached or that came attached, which is the case with some projects that come installed with MemPro, click this box to have it use the audio files instead of text-to-speech. Records without attached MP3s or WAV files will default to text-to-speech usage. Please view the video attaching audio files to learn how to do that. Continuing, there are 5 text-to-speech reading options. By clicking on Only Read Paragraph, only the paragraph will be read and nothing else. By clicking on Only Read Note, only the note will be read and nothing else. This is useful to help you in recalling or force you to recall both references and the paragraph after receiving a hint as contained in the note being read. And so you would likely want a somewhat lengthier pausing option than normal, which is explained here in a few moments. By clicking on Read as configured in each record will be read as it is configured within the record. This allows each record to be unique in its format of reading, such as having quotations read from different sources and authors, wherein some include more information than others. For records that have no TTS configuration, they will be read using the next option. By clicking Read as configured below, the record will be read according to the format entered in the text field, and the formatting you will use is the same as within the TTS sending format within each record. Just use the letters B, C, V, Q, and N as applicable and precede them with an asterisk. B for book, C for chapter, V for verse, Q for quotation, which is the same as the paragraph, and N for note. You can insert other words such as reading, chapter, verse, continuing, etc. By entering a format string into the second field, the very first record read in the reading will use that format, and the remaining records will use the format of the first field. This allows you to enter text such as beginning at, continuing with, and so forth, which you don't want to have repeated in the remaining records. Below the second field is the legend, which gives some helpful formatting examples. The 5th TTS option is to calculate the reading time in advance without audio or text-to-speech. If you look to the right of the dialog, you will see the user recite speed. You will need to enter your reading speed here as characters per second. This is usually anywhere from 10 to 15. So with this 5th option selected, each record will show for the amount of time that it would take you to read it from the screen before invoking the pausing options. At the top middle is the record range. If you wish to begin on the 5th record, enter 5 in the first box. If you just added more records, a small dialog will appear showing Update to Last Record, and clicking on that will enter the last record number of the project. To only read record number 2, enter 2 into each box. If you wish to include inactive records, which you likely made inactive for already having memorized them, and would like to review them along with all other records, just check this box. The timing options are primarily 3. You can have the project read for a number of times. The minimum number would be 1. Or you can have the project read for so many minutes. Or you can have the project read until a set time is reached. Note that this time applies to both AM and PM. Additionally, you can have each record read more than once by entering a number greater than 1, where you see here, read each record 1 time. To use the Repeat After Me method, check that box. This will observe the pausing marks that have been placed in each record, and will pause after reading only several words or a sentence at a time as configured in each record. Please see the video, the Repeat After Me memorization method. Clicking on Beep on the Repeat a Project and or upon completing the repeating of each record will do just that. There are 2 primary pausing options. The first is to pause the same time as it took to read the record, or for as long as it took to play the audio file. This allows you to quote the entire record back before continuing to the next record. The second option is to pause a set number of seconds between each record. Additionally, you can add to the pause time by clicking Add Seconds as configured in each record. This is helpful if you have some records where you desire more pausing time. For instance, for meditation upon what was just read. Records with no pause time entered will not add to the pause time configured here. And by checking the last box, you can pause for a number of seconds between project repeats. For instance, if you are into a lengthy study and would like a 20-minute rest before continuing again, at the first record of the range, just enter 20 times 60, or 1200 seconds without the comma. In the upper corner are 4 presets. If you would like to maintain different settings, then use these to both save and recall them. Just click on the preset number to the right of Save to save or recall to recall. This is also helpful when you have another project that you would like to use the same general settings. Simply open the other project and click on the desired recall button. The user recite speed, as said, is your reading speed in characters per second. This is used by both the 5th TTS option and the repeat after me memorization method. If you check Do Not Speak the Time for duration of session, the time will not be spoken until the session has completed. Otherwise, the time will be spoken as configured in user configuration. If you click Close MemPro when finished, the program will exit at the end of your reading session. If you had previously clicked on the Auto Advance icon while the project was still reading, you will see 2 green boxes at the bottom. Just click on the left box to continue where you left off, or click on the right box to start as configured in the record range. It's just that easy. You are sure to use Auto Advance, reading your project in many configurable ways. And what's so good about it all? You can step away from your computer and do other things, such as household chores, cooking, dining, or getting ready for work or church. May God bless you, and thank you for using Memorization Professional.